All right, so I'm back again, and it's time to talk about these markets. The market is almost closed for the day. That's right, it's Wednesday, February 10th. It's 3:48, so 12 minutes to go on the market. Here it is. I'm looking at these numbers. I'm actually having an incredible day, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. But the Dow is up just a little bit. The S&P just red across. NASDAQ's getting crushed. Well, the NASDAQ is so high. You think down 47 is getting crushed. But I forget the thing is like 14,000 points. That's nothing. It's only down 0.34%. The Russell's finally down 0.36%. And here's the thing. VIX is up and it refuses to break 20. So the VIX is up a little bit at 22 bucks. Anyway, so here we go. That's what the day looked like. We opened up high. We kind of came, I don't know what happened here, but somewhere around 10 o'clock, quarter after 10, boom, everything was just getting slammed, a slowly creep back for the rest of the day. And then it looks like we're trying to sell off on the end. And the only indice that's positive looks like it's going to be the the Dow. It looks like the Dow just may hold on. So here's the heat map. It's kind of weird because I do see a lot of green in here. I see some heavy red, the biggest red. Look at that. Tesla is down 4.85%. But a lot of sprinkle, a lot of green sprinkled in here. But the brightest green I see on the board is this NVDA up 3.95%. Smoking. I haven't seen that in a long time. It's actually a new high, $591. So let's go ahead and look at the map. Did I just call this a map? Let's look at the chart. Let's see what the chart's telling us. And here we go. I've been talking about, all right, so first of all, if you've been following me, you're having a great day as well because I talk about this stock all the time. I'm talking about how NVIDIA is just poised to break out with this sideways action, but it's a little bit too early to celebrate. And that's why I want to talk about it here because you could see, even though it's at a new high today, it's just barely, and who knows, it might not even close at a new high. But here we are at the top of the channel, and this thing has... it's just been failing like here. This was once a green candle. Hit here, well, actually the channel started there. Comes up, look at that green channel, right? Let's zoom in so you can see. Look at that green bar. Get a better adjustment. There we go. Look at that green bar. You thought we was going to get some action. Look at the volume here. Just want you to take note because, well, the week is actually still going on. So we might actually get more volume here. I'm going to pull up the daily in a minute. But you see that? And then it failed, came right back to the bottom of the channel, and then kind of stayed on the lower half of the channel, not doing much. The reason why I got these circles here is because from prior videos, I'm saying how these were buy points, and that's when the stock kind of crossed over the moving averages. That's here, went up here, went up here, went up, and we're at that section again. Actually, this should be more of an oval. Let me fix this map. This should be more of an oval. Man, I'm telling you, I tell you the maps and that's not working out here. All right, this should be more of an oval type circle to include all of that, how the price is in the moving average, and possibly we can move up. So now let me go to the daily chart because there's something I want to show you here, and that is volume. Yeah, we do have a volume spike on this particular, attempt to break out. And that's cool. That's cool. I like that right there. You know what I mean? So there's some volume. You come over here, right, when it was, surging right there, and not as much volume as we do right now. So I want to anticipate that this is it. This is the time it actually breaks out. But I don't know. If you were to follow these technicals, this will probably be the time to sell. Now, I'm guessing it's just going to run into the earnings right here, right? The earnings is Feb 24th after the market. It may kind of go sideways here at the new high, may run all the way into it, and then we want to see what it says. I think what we are really looking for is, hey, what's going on with the ARM Holdings deal? Okay, I really think that's what it's all about today. We know that SoftBank has said the earnings for ARM was incredible, and that started this whole rally that you've seen way down here. I think it started somewhere around 530 or something like that, and now we're sitting at 590. So let's see what happens with that. I expect it to have a great earnings report, but I think it's focused on the arm. I mean, if that arm falls through, this thing is going to come right back down, probably into the range. So it's all about that deal must come through. It must come through, and that's the sideways action ever since they really announced that deal. So let's see what happens then. Now, that's NVIDIA for you. Let's talk about another stock I've been talking about, and that's Booking. Not much to talk about here, but the thing is up basically 3%, $60. And this is an expensive stock. It's 2,146. This is like Amazon, right? But if you pull out right here, you can see it's just in a channel, nothing going on. Let me get to the weekly, right? Nothing going on, just boom in the channel, doing this thing right in the mid channel. But if you notice that it's perfect, hits the top of the range, drifts to the bottom, up, hits the top. We hit the bottom, and then we heading up. So if this thing hits the top, and if I can extend this line, right, from, just kind of keep that channel going, do something like that. I'm just getting approximately, and we can come somewhere and hit the top. That's about 2363. So if that happens, we hit the top somewhere around here, it's another 200 points to the upside. So it might be, not too late to jump on. This is a reopening trade, right? And here's the monthly, and you can see there's my little gray line. That's the top. You might hit some resistance right there, like double top action. It's more like triple, quadruple top. But once it breaks out, there we go, a little better. Once it breaks out, it can kind of continue to march on up. I know it's going to reach these highs. Let's just see if it can break through it. I do know that. All right, so actually, I don't know that, but that's my best guess. Come on, guys. All right, so Booking, man, it's an expensive stock. It's like a mini Amazon. If you don't want to mess around with the expensive stocks, we got Airbnb, and this thing has been on fire really ever since I put that trade on right here. Remember, I did the video about doubling my money, making $1,000 on a trade, risking. What was I risking? 900 to make 1,000 or something like that. And all I needed to do was to be above 150 by January next year. And it looks like that's going to come true. This thing is already $212. So, but really, I made a nice trade. I'm going to double my money in a year, but I actually made the wrong trade. I'm in the wrong option, sold the wrong spread. So, the thing is on fire. Probably should have just bought the calls and shut up. You know what I mean? Because it's just going up, man. It's up 6.2 today, right? 212. Not a lot of data. You see, if I go to the monthly, there's not a lot of data here. All we know is going straight up. Go to the weekly, straight up, right? So I got to come down to the daily with this. And you could look at this thing and say, yeah, it's kind of got that, I don't know, get a little better here. It's kind of got that, that trend, like that upper trend, like Booking. Right, so there's the channel for the most part, and will it reach the top of the channel? Well, if it does, that's always somewhere around 230. So you still got some time to play for that. But I think right here is the double top action. That's only a month apart right there, though. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it goes sideways and breaks through. But this thing has been on fire. Look right here. You can see the volume. If you could see that, I don't know if I can zoom that in. Can I zoom in right there? Well, you can see the volume picking up. I don't even have enough data for it to draw a moving average volume line. I think my moving average is 50, and I don't have that. This thing hasn't been trading for 50 days yet. I'll pull it over here. There we go. Well, I don't know. My maps are kind of jacked today. Well, anyway, you can see some volume coming back in. Really weak volume here, right? Has some volume here and weak, and then it's kind of coming back in. So let's see what this thing could do. This thing has been on fire, considered a reopening trade, Booking holding a reopening trade. So let's go to one stock that I've been talking about a lot on the channel. I don't have a position on it, though. I have a position on NVIDIA, Booking, and Airbnb, just to throw that out there. And this is Twitter. I don't have it a position on. I talked about it a lot because I used to always have a position on this thing. But they finally reported earnings and got the number that I've been looking for forever, because all the times I was in the stock, it was down 20%, getting crushed. And I guess that's why I stayed away. But it's up $8, 13.5%. It's incredible. $67. And here's that up channel again. And I don't know what's going on with that. Right? But it blew out. And this is not all-time highs on Twitter, but it's coming close. You can see over here, the stock was basically at all-time highs shortly after it IPO'd. And there it is right there. It looks like it's going to be us no problem touching that. It'll probably pause a little bit, and then we got to keep an eye on it. It might, who knows, if Twitter finally get its mojo, the subscription thing is still in the talkings, and they reevaluate in their business. So I think people's thinking subscription. They had to point out in they conference call, I think it was 50. They got 50 accounts with over 25 million subscribers each. So they basically saying we got a lot of Donald Trumps left. So what's the big deal? Anyway, so Twitter's up today. Nice candle on the monthly. The month is just now getting started, but you can see that it's nice. I mean, this thing breaks your heart, And I call it the break your heart trade. I'm gonna come down here to the weekly, and you see I got these lines drawn every time it broke your heart. Just kind of, look at that, just constantly. There should be a line here. Look at that down day, right? The line here. And look, if I were to draw the next line, it's going to be somewhere around here, right? It spaces it out. It just has those kind of days. It's just the way the chart trades. But hey, just maybe, since we got to break out of the channel, we approaching new highs, maybe this thing will be different. Maybe it'll trade different. I don't know. Look, it's been doing it from early on. I mean, it just gives you down. It just likes to trend down at times. So, it's amazing. This run right here, all the way from April 1st, 2020, basically the low, the COVID low, right? It's just been on fire. So you have to like Twitter. Twitter's been really performing. There's the bell. I'm finished too. What? Isn't that something? Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the bell. Subscribe. I should have said that in the beginning of the video. Subscribe. And hit the bell, because I go live a lot. Especially, I'm going to try to go live on every weekend, but you never know when I go live. When I decide to go live, I sit down, I'm getting ready to do a video, and I say, F it, I'm going live. And I just push the live button, and then, boom, I'm live. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Dre Trades. And let me know what you think, man. What stocks did you win? By the way, so these stocks that I'm in, other than Twitter's got the portfolio on fire today. So although we were down. So if I go to the CNBC screen and see what the final numbers, hit a refresh. The FinViz screen, I don't think it's live. I think it's a little delayed. So I come over here. I think these are live quotes. The Dow's up 62. S&P's up, only down 0.03. It's basically flat for the day. NASDAQ down 35. So a little improvement from when I started the video. Russell and the VIX. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. This is Dre Trades, and I am out. Peace.